Yes, Steve. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Mary. All right, I'm gonna log in. I want you all to know that there are some tweaks and fixes that should be done by the end of the week to help you load pictures more seamlessly. The first one, to redirect after a capture page is another one. Deleting that About Me section is another one. Vimeo video will be available too by the end of the week, so you can pop a video, that's not a good word. So you can add a Vimeo video into that section. Also, there's something else that is super important. Oh, the URL link won't have a limitation on characters. So that's another tweak and fix. And the fields in the contact back form, you'll be able to just do name, email, phone number, name and email, name and phone number, or all three. So all kinds of different stuff. Once you get started, I say this all the time, I highly encourage people to have something that's duplicatable. Send your people to royaltytraining.com. You want to try to get their ad up in the first 24 hours, really take care of your customers, get them saying, oh my gosh, you know, I'm getting results. And we know the power of the landing pages specifically now, and then starting March 1st, where you'll attach an industry to that landing page and also be getting leads. So I think that's super important, okay? If you log into your back office from a desktop, I also want to give you a small tip. Go through Chrome. If you go through Chrome, you have a much easier, I feel like it's much easier to upload pictures and kind of navigate if you use that web browser. That's also on royaltytraining.com. But if you're kind of like I've been through there, I want you guys to know I update royaltytraining.com. So even if you've done it once, if there's something new that happens and you haven't seen, I go back to it, check it out. You know, whenever we add something new, like I'm already doing or trying to create the articles for how to create an ad on desktop. We're already trying to get the articles ready for the new app. So yes, you can barely hear me again. Can people barely hear me again? Am I not loud? Am I loud enough? Yeah. Thank you, Brahim. He says Chrome is more compatible. That was the word that I was looking for. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're hearing you great.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Marion Dickery. I could see Marion Dickery. Like, there's Steve. Yep, like people that are on video, I could see if you shake your head. So one of the things that we had happen when people were getting started is they want to secure that link or the domain, right? Like, say if you're Cheryl Coco, I did cherylcoco.now.site or cheryl.now.site, right? So you click on Add New. And then you're going to name the page name. This is kind of for your reference, and also will be connected to the contact section so that you know what page something came from in the future. You know, like, especially if you're marketing multiple things. So you want to put in your page name. Let's come up with a page name for today. You guys want to do a page name? We'll try and do something together. We can call it, like, I don't know, Royalty Training. And that's just for me, okay? When I choose the link, I can make it royaltytraining.now.site. Now, if I'm not ready, right? Like, let's say I'm like, okay, I just want to secure some domains. Maybe I have a credit repair business. Maybe I have, you know, a skincare business or whatever. And I'm like just trying to grab the domains. Quick tip, just click Save and Publish. So now that you own that royaltytraining.now.site and nobody else can get it. If you go back here to landing pages, you can see it's now mine. Like, I didn't do anything with Cheryl, right? And I didn't do anything with Royalty Training, but I still have that now. I can just go back and edit it. So, you know, obviously we can build landing pages. You can build as many as you want. Please don't go and, like, you know, it's kind of an honor system. Like, you know, obviously Steve is a really nice guy, and I don't mean to pick on you, Steve. I just pick on people that I like. So take it as a compliment. But Steve is not going to go, you know what? Mary and Dick Reed probably don't have their name yet, so I'm going to go and get the link Mary and Dick Reed and hit enter. Like, I mean, you know, like, that's not cool. Like, let's try not to do that and stick with it. You know, I think that's, I mean, obviously we want you to secure domains that have something to do with your business, but let's not have Justin or corporate or anybody, like, I don't want people complaining about this, so that we don't have to limit what people can do or try to secure things. Let's keep it as open as we possibly can, okay? Just a quick little kind of thing there. Now there's a site logo here, and I can, oh my gosh, I have so many things up in here. I'm afraid to pick a picture just in case. But you can upload a picture here. Let me see if I have something that I'm like, oh, look, it's a burrito. Good, we're gonna use the burrito just for today. So that's my site logo. But it's a, I know, don't make fun, Steve. This is the picture that I have, okay? I have pictures of burritos on my, is better than, you know, something else that I have. So click on site logo, find something in here. I believe you can, yeah, you can kind of like edit it. We're gonna loosen the specifications for these as well, so that you can add more pictures. We realize that that's kind of become an issue. So rest assured that we know that that's happening, and probably by the end of the week, you'll be able to do that. I'm just gonna click okay, right? And that image, see it, burrito at the top here. Pretty cool, right? So you can pick whatever you want to go in that section. And if you're deciding, like, what does my landing page look like? What should my capture page look like? I'm gonna point you to Vimeo. I'm gonna point you back to Royalty Training. I do, there's an article that I've written in there that tells you the difference between a landing and capture page that will help you design your pages and get you set up properly. So please be sure to go and look at that. And also the last training is on Vimeo to help you as well. Now here's the hero, you guys can't see me when I'm pointing. But here's the hero image section. It's kind of large. Like I said, we'll loosen the specifications for this, but you're going to click on hero image, and we're going to see if we can find something. I hope this is a good picture. Oh, goody, it's training. So you're going to find, stop it, Steve. We're going to find a training image. You're going to go and find one from your computer. Click on OK, and then now you have your hero image set up, okay? And also update these at any time. There's an About Me section, and right now you can't delete that section once you fill that section out, okay? So you can't delete. We know that this has to be fixed, but right now that's kind of what happens here. So be sure to tell your people, especially if you're bringing in somebody, you might want to walk them through. Say, if you don't want the About Me section to show, please don't add it for now. But, obviously we'll make this delete. But we can click on the About Me section, and you could add your first and last name. I'm a big capture page builder, and I do some landing pages like afterwards, but I'm more of a capture page builder. So I'm not really going to fill out the About Me section. I don't really want them to know very much, but you can add your image here. I highly recommend, if you have, I set up all of my social media accounts and things with, I try to do the same image across the board. So maybe download your profile picture and put it here so people can find you more easily. It's like, hey, if I'm looking for Steve, and Steve has this image that he has on his capture page, I want them Googling Steve. I don't want them Googling whatever company Steve's working for. I want them to Google Steve, and then I want them to find him on Facebook, and it's really easy to kind of match that image. It'll stay with them. So add your first and last name. You could add your email, phone number, Facebook URL, website URL, Twitter, LinkedIn, however you want to build this section. And just for, fun, and so we could see how the sections move, I'm just going to add some stuff here just for demo purposes, right? 7, website URL. .com, LinkedIn, no, I'm good. Like this is good for me. I'm going to click on OK, okay? Okay. Oh, my image is required. Let's see, do I want to be a burrito, or what do I want to be? I'm sure there's something here. use this, lead gen. Yikes. You gonna take a stab at this one? Oh, we're gonna use this one. But you would put your image. We all understand that, right? You wanna get prepared, right? You'd use that image, but I'm gonna click on OK. And then click on the OK button to add this section. Everybody go, we good? What? Oh, my email. Cheryl at gmail.com. Okay, now I have my About Me section. It appears in this section here, okay? Now, I'm also going to add sections here. So you can add a headline, you can add a feature block, you can add an image gallery, large image, map, video. Let's just for fun add a map, okay? I'm gonna do, this is where I live, I live here. Choose an address that I know, and it's going to pinpoint that address so that people can find me. This could be your business if you have a brick and mortar business, right? So this is where I live. I'm gonna add another section. You can add a button. Let's add a customer form, okay? And you guys know it's doing name, email, and phone number, but this is, what format are the images? JPEG, okay? Please fill out your information. It only goes to me. Well, let's spell right. And then, click here. If you want to know like more information on how to fill these out, meaning designs that work, then you want to go back to the previous training that we've had, or also go through the difference between a capture and a landing page. So now that section is added, okay? Let's add another section. You just keep adding sections. See if I could find a Vimeo video that we could use. Here's our Vimeo. I'm gonna do my videos. So this is the capture and landing page training. My volume is way up. Can everybody else can hear me fine?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to copy the link address. Thank you guys. I'm going to copy this link address here. This is the last training we did. You guys should go find that capture and landing page training if you haven't seen that. And then I'm going to go back to my landing page builder, and I'm going to add a section, and I'm going to add a video. Oh, you can't do Vimeo yet, can you? I don't know if you can.
No.
No?
YouTube.
Description. Hello. Training.
YouTube and Vimeo, I think we were supposed to be able to get our
Yeah. Let's see if we can.
personal one, but I don't know if it's working.
Vimeo will be by the end of the week. Hold on, I'm going to do official royalty. And I'm going to use, let's say, this video here.
Small business owners face many challenges these days, including managing their budgets, retaining their clients.
Something. Okay, let's go back here. I'm going to edit this section. And you just paste the link. Okay, so there's your video. You can add another section. What do we want to add? Oh, a button.
What's a
What? Go ahead.
what's a feature block?
Let's look. It's like a big, huge image.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Add a section. Let's go. Button. Headline. Join today. Subheadline, button text. Join today. Royalty.com. Okay. Oh, you gotta add HTTP. Pretty simple though, right?
Yes, it is. Real simple and quick.
So, you've built the page, but now, like, let's say, oh, dang, I should have put my video somewhere else. All I got to do is go like this. Right? Like in the sections, if I don't like the way something is laid out, like, and I'm like, you know what, I should probably put my map at the bottom. Then my map will go to the bottom. Or maybe I put the join today or the button, like, somewhere else. That's all we have to do.
Oh, I'm glad you did that because I was wondering how to do that.
There you go. Super simple, right? So once I do it, I'm going to click on Save and Publish. And now you have to have a capture form. Remember, if we are adding these to our ads, right, in order to get those leads that we've discussed, this is the URL that will go in the ad. So you're going to copy that link address, text it to yourself, whatever, to put it in your ad, but you'll be able to add them by a desktop. Super simple. Call to action button. Yeah. Everybody understand how easy it is to create this landing page? Does anybody have any questions? I'm going to come back to me really quickly. Does anybody have any questions?
Now that was landing, not capture.
That had a capture form, but in my opinion, that's not that wouldn't make for a good capture page.
Okay.
Yeah. So on the landing and capture page training that I showed you on Vimeo, and inside of that article, I go into a pretty deep explanation of the difference between landing and capture pages and when to use them. Super easy.
Yes, that was excellent. I just wanted to make sure clarification for everybody since that training was so good.
Oh, thanks. Thank you, Steve. So nice.
I have a question.
Shoot.
Will the desktop app and the phone app eventually be able to communicate with each other so that when we create our landing pages on the desktop app, we can see them on our phones?
Yes. So you'll be able to see them. We have a new app that's going to drop soon, and we also have desktop creation that's going to drop by the end of the month. So I would say by the end of this month, you're going to see a lot more of things that work in sync together with the new app, and then also with the desktop portion. Makes sense? Yeah. So can you have the page have a video talking about CBD? So if I was to talk about CBD, I would follow the capture and landing page formula that I have basically written out for you guys, which would be to introduce myself, tell them that there's going to be something on the other side by the end of this week, fill out the form, and then you could redirect them to a CBD page. But it's not the first page that you're landing on, right? They don't see anything CBD on that first page through the ad. They enter their information and then they can find out about CBD. Make sense, Larry? Yeah, he said yes. Does
Hey,
anyone?
Cheryl, can you hear me?
Hi.
hear me?
Tell me, like, will this recording be up for the review today?
Yes, I recorded it, or I am
Right.
recording.
Hey, Cheryl, can you hear me?
Hey, Jimmy.
Hey, I've been having some problems with my car phone. When they fill out the form, their name and email and stuff like that, I know that goes into your back office. Do we get any kind of notification other than us having to be in our back office to see it?
So has anybody had somebody fill out their capture form? On mine, it shows up like a ding-a-ling, a notification that says that somebody filled out my capture form. I suggest go be your own lead for a minute just so that you can see how it works. But yes, it comes up. You guys know how to find out where your people are. You can go to contacts here. And then I always click on follow up because it appears as a follow up. I'm going to scroll down, and February 18th, you can see the people that have filled out that form. Right? Okay, super simple to find chat here, but we'll also be.
Cheryl?
Hi.
Hey, Tiza, how you doing?
Hey, good. How you doing?
Good. Just quick question. Once leads start coming in this format from people filling out the capture form in the app or on the landing page, is it going to be possible to take that information, remove it from the upline or royalty setup, and then so that I can upload that into my CRM for my agents?
Yes, we'll have an opportunity to upload that information, and also either the word is to either connect to an autoresponder or build our own. So
Okay, awesome. And do you have a timeline on that approximately, or too early?
but soon.
Soon. Okay. Alrighty. And I was curious about the images, right? In order to get it to look the best, what's the best ideal format to have the image in? Is it JPEG, PNG, JPEG?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good questions. Thanks.
Thank you.
When will we be able to? I'm going to find that out today, Tammy. Maybe I'll post in the recording of this when we'll find out what form they filled out. But it's a great question, Tammy. Agree.
Can I, hey, Cheryl, Serena.
Hey, Serena.
Hi. Can I see if maybe we can make a suggestion back on the landing page? What? No? Okay. So on the landing page area in the back office, if they can have it to where we can move those little, move them around. You see what I'm saying? Like if I have 10 landing pages, they put them in order of when you create them, and I'd like to be able to move them to like all the ones I've already created at the top. You know what I'm talking about?
Like you got like 50 or so up in here. You're like, let me drag bad boy. Let me drag bad boy because that's what I'm doing. Okay.
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah.
I can see how that could be helpful. Everybody agree?
Okay.
That could be super cool for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's a great one. Thanks. Serena, for sure. Anybody else have any questions about the kind of build here?
Yes, Cheryl, one question. Jimmy asked a great question about an alert that we would get when a contact comes in or a lead comes into our contact folder, and you explained the ding or whatever. Will there be coming in the future maybe a ding that also shows up in a text message, for instance, on our phone? So if we are not logged into the back office at the time, we would get some other message through another source. And that's pretty complicated, I get it. But
no, it's so it'll show up as a notification on your phone because of your yeah.
Oh. Okay.
You know, like I've gotten the I have a couple of screenshots. I asked Laura to send me some. I know I've gotten some as well. So yes, mine should up on my app and in my notifications for sure. There is something else coming soon. We give out a lot of information on what's to come, and you know it's also important, like we give out like the steps of what's to come, but we always save, like, you know how we save the lead thing? Well, we like kind of save a little secret that we never talk about every month that I think that you'll find interesting as far as what you guys just talked about. So it'll be good. That's all I'm going to say about that. I know Justin kind of alluded to it during yesterday's 11 o'clock, and you know, like it's really good. That's the most we've ever talked about something that we said we wouldn't talk about. So it'll be good. Hopefully it'll be, I want it to come by the end of this month, and I think it's a possibility. Anybody else have any questions? I want to kind of transition into who I would target, the things that I would say, but I want to make sure that we're all clear on this. Did I? Oh, okay. I think I hit the button by accident. Okay, cool. So we're all clear on this section. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward, stuff like that. Okay, so I have a notebook that I write in every single day, ideas. I once heard, I didn't go to business school or anything like that, but I watch a lot of stuff like that online. And I've actually got one of the greatest pieces of advice for business. And I think I want to share this with you all because it'll help you in your recruiting style. I once had somebody tell me every single day, all day, no matter what, no matter how nerdy you look, it doesn't matter. But I want you to carry around a notebook. And you say, carry around a notebook, and no matter what you're doing, no matter where you are, just commit to it for a year. And whenever you have a pet peeve, write down the pet peeve. Like, this gets on my nerves. Like, I don't have a place to hang my jacket. I'm at a place, you know, at a restaurant, and I don't have a place to, you know, write it down. Anything that comes up. Every quarter, what you're going to do is go back, go through these things, and see if you can find a solution. And when you find a solution, you've created a business. So I've done that for a few years, and I've, you know, I'm unafraid to fail. It's kind of scary. So I've taken that portion of what I was taught at that time, and I've applied it to also my business. So not only can you do that, you can create businesses, and it changes your mindset to always be thinking about ideas and never about people, and not having time for drama. You know, when somebody calls me to talk to me about someone, or something, I'll say I only talk about solutions, or tell me how we're going to create a business about it. There's never time for drama ever, because we have to be a higher level of thinking, right? So surround yourself with people like that. But in that same notebook of ideas or pet peeves or something, maybe not one will hit you every day, but I promise you, if you carry that notebook, you'll realize how much things get on your nerves. But it's shifting the mindset and not complaining about something. No, the complaint is if you do nothing about it, but going back, giving yourself time, sometimes once a month, you're getting excited, but creating the solutions. You can only see solutions from problems. In that same notebook, I always try to think of who had a similar problem now. I have a business, and my business has components in it, just like royalty. Okay, so we have landing pages, we have capture pages, we have the ability to drive traffic, and we also have been laid out what's to come in the years, right? I always bullet point the problems that we solve, but I also go back and I see who has these problems, who has the problems that I solve, right? Who uses products that are similar to mine, but mine does it better. You know, Steve Jobs, you don't have to be better, you just have to be different, right? How are we different in certain areas? So last night was my night to have that exercise, or I think it was the night before, I can't remember, my nights are running together. I always commit to doing certain exercises during the week. I have an Excel spreadsheet where I can tell you what I'm doing every 15 minutes. It's for real, I run this thing like a drill sergeant. However, I was going back and I was saying to myself, I have once invested $100 to $150 in ClickFunnels. If you don't know what ClickFunnels is, I highly recommend that you do. I've read the 7 Secrets. I've written my own book on how to build effective sales funnels. This is a great kind of idea. So when I was going through that area, I was saying, okay, ClickFunnels helps you design a landing and capture page. But what's the problem that people have inside? What was your problem when you were using that product? What do you find when you go? If you go to similar products and you line up. So I went to Russell Brunson, I went to a lot of the things, and most of the issues or most of the people's problems were, I built a beautiful landing page, I built a beautiful capture page, but now I don't know what to do with it. I've built such a wonderful page, but I don't know what to do with it. Well, isn't that a problem that we solve? This is a problem that we solve. So if you knew people in that area or people in that section or people that you could talk to from that area, if you can create friends, talk about landing pages and capture pages, and you were able to speak on behalf of you learned a bit about that product, if you learned a little bit about what we did, well, you would be able to go back and you would be able to say to those people, look, I know that you have the ability to create great capture and landing pages. If you've ever been a part of a marketing system, whether that be OSP, TCP, you've had a team system, you've had ClickFunnels. I've been there too, and I've used similar products to that, but I can tell you what happens. Hey, have you ever been in this situation now that you've built a beautiful landing and capture page? You say to yourself, now what do I do with it? And somebody maybe tells you to post a link to your Facebook timeline or share it with your friends and family, which is not the purpose of building a capture or landing page at all. In reality, you need to drive traffic to it. So what do we have that would help people is we have the gem that helps people drive traffic to that source, right? To that landing or capture page, which kind of blows that area right out of the water. Right? So those are the types of people that I would be looking for. You have to pay for clicks and drive traffic to the funnel. Thank you, Brahim. Yes, you do. You'd have to pay on top of. So the average cost, right? We always talk about the average cost of clicks and impressions. I thought about this the other day. It's in my notebook. I said, we talk about the average cost of clicks and impressions. However, as a marketer, or maybe before this, how many people do you know that have ever driven traffic or understand the cost of clicks and impressions? Not many, right? Not many people that I know have ever really bought traffic. They've gotten intimidated by it, so they back away. Or there are many people here that don't understand the difference even between an impression and a click. Do we agree? There's a lot of people that are like that, okay? However, we've always been taught about the sales funnel, and we've always been taught about the, even in network marketing companies or any company for that matter, we've talked about everybody knows what a landing page is. It's a website. Everybody. They ask for a replicated URL when you join a business so that you can send people to it. We build capture pages. That's a much better example of what we sell that can get inside the minds of people who've never driven traffic. It's as if we try to take people and school them on impressions and clicks when we haven't really gotten there yet, in my opinion. And this is exactly, I'm telling you what I would do if I was in your situation or if I was looking to recruit people. I wouldn't talk about impressions, clicks, driving traffic, multiple platforms. This is a little bit above what people do. However, capture and landing pages or building websites and stuff like that, people understand. There are so many people that have always wanted to have their own website. They know the value of that. There are so many people who want to build a capture or landing page. We know this because there are programs that are capable, or there are so many people that have programs like that. So thank you, Serena. What do these people pay for a program like that? If you've ever been a part of a marketing system. $50, $75, $100, $150, $50, hundreds, $35, $50, $97, right? $47, okay? What would happen if you started to talk on, started to relate on the level that people understood? If I started to talk to and relate to people that understood this sector, right? Hey, I know that you're paying for a capture and landing page. I know that you're paying for a marketing system. I want to show you exactly what I can do and give them a demonstration on how you can build a similar page for less money. And then you talk about, yeah, you would grab their attention because they know it's very familiar. It's like we all needed it. But then I'm going to go and solve the issue inside of what I presented first of what their knowledge base already is. So I'm going to take them from what they know, right? And then I'm going to say, hey, I've done the same thing. Fantastic. I have a similar product that does the same thing. It's great. You could do this. You could do this. You could do this. You could do this. All very similar to what you're doing now. However, have you ever had that product and gone to yourself, now what do I do with it? Now, can't you circle back to what they don't know and say, I can help you drive traffic to that landing or capture page? The other solution that people have or that they want is leads. I feel like everybody in this industry has talked about leads, has heard about leads, has done this. Couldn't you talk about leads first and then the capture a landing page and circle back to the driving traffic? I would be really inside of the groups, inside of the videos, inside of making friends with people who understand the value of marketing systems and showing them the piece that they needed. And showing them the piece that they needed or that they realized that they wanted. I have a way to drive traffic to that landing page, not only do these certain things. So that's something that I wrote down and something that I would do. Now there's also people here that it's great to get the 1 and the 2, and there's companies that you can talk to about something very, very, very similar if they're in the network marketing world, right? We know people like this, but we know where to start now. Sometimes it's great to understand where to start so that you could circle back to the vocabulary that people maybe don't have. There's also a lot of people, I was writing down something similar, problems, solving, whatever, okay? Following the same system or the same formula that I was taught once before in the finding the pet peeve and fixing it. Now, if I can find my pet peeves, you can think I'm weird. I don't mind if people think I'm weird. I'm just trying to help. But if you try to find your pet peeves and you get good at it, you really do get better at pointing out other industries' pet peeves so that you could solve them for them. I watch a lot of people approach digital marketing agencies for white label opportunities. It's always kind of befuddled me. That's the nerdiest word. I gotta fix that. You laughing at me, I see. Okay. Befuddled. That always kind of confused me. So better. My nerve was showing. Thank you. It always kind of confused me as to why people would go to digital marketing agencies. And I'll explain to you why. I owned a digital marketing agency, and there was a lot of ego, and I'm sorry if you do, but there's a lot of ego in what we do. We're the pro at driving traffic. We got to know this thing good. We can set up ad accounts everywhere, and I'm going to charge you a boatload of money in order to drive traffic and set up all these accounts. I'm going to SEO this. I'm going to demographic this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to charge you $3,500 a month, right? But we want to, I find a lot of people here trying to get the digital marketing agency to incorporate this product, okay? But that's not their problem, is it? Do they have really the problem that we have? If it was me, I'm trying to find someone whose pet peeve is marketing. So I the other day I put in big capital letters, branding agencies. Have you ever met or understand what a branding agency is? A branding agency is somebody that says, I don't know, Miles, sorry, I'm picking on you. Hi, Miles, how are you? You know, this is what you want to do. I suggest that you dress like this, and you look like this, and you do this, and you do that. And we're going to turn you into this really, I'm going to put glasses on you, and you're going to become this nerdy IT tech guy, and I'm going to brand you like this, and this is how people are going to see you. Not that you would, Miles, I'm just teasing you. But you already understand that. Okay, good. If I tease you, that means I like you. Okay, so branding agencies do this. They design websites. They design websites, right? They will design banners. They'll help you create your profile picture. They'll help you find your look. Oh, it was befuddled. Okay, so they'll help you find that look. What happens to a branding agency? Once they brand you, they hand you off to a digital marketing agency because they don't know how to market you now. They only know how to create your brand. And then they say, okay, you can go to our partner who's a digital marketing agency, and they can tell you how to run and drive traffic to this and create leads. We've built you everything else. But now most of your solopreneurs or your clients that need branding, big companies, they pay big money, they pay big people to brand them. But these small branding companies, their clientele is mostly solopreneurs, real estate agents, insurance agents, MLMers, social media people. Do you think that those people have the money to first spend on branding, second spend on digital marketing? Probably not. So a pet peeve is the digital marketing or the branding agency needs to find a way to comprise a package for people that will also market them in a low-cost fashion that may not be at the extent of a digital marketing agency, but something to get these people started off with. Do we understand how this could be a pet peeve for these people, right? But they also can't afford this kind of thing. I also had this in my mind. You can take it for what it is, whatever. I was going to call a digital marketing agency, and I would say to them, hey, can you please tell me, like, who do you serve? What's a list of your clients? Who do you think you have come to you most? Find somebody. I mean, who cares? What, are they not going to tell you? I mean, what's the big deal? But if I can find out who their clientele are, right? Who their people are and who they're spending money on, and I'm going to say, like, who do you have trouble getting? Who do we have trouble getting because their cost is so high? It's very niche. We want to find the people who point people to digital marketing agencies but can't afford. If you follow the booklet and keep it with you and you figure out your own pet peeves, I'm telling you, when you solve problems in a business, you'll be able to figure out who has those pet peeves. So you could go, there's steps to this, right? If the solopreneur goes to the branding agency and the branding agency goes to the digital marketing agency, and you could solve the problems for all of these people, could you not go direct to the realtor? Because you could help them brand by creating landing and capture pages, right? You can help them brand. You can help them do multiple things if they can't afford that branding agency. You can go for the ones and twos that are out here, or you can go and go right directly for that branding agency who you know has the problem with the digital marketing agency. Everybody kind of get what I'm saying or where I would go? You can go, so the ideas or the things that I would be focused on right now would be, how do I express to people the importance of driving traffic, generating impressions and clicks when that's not in their vocabulary yet? Well, I can go back to their vocabulary and start on a level that they are on, and then I'm going to tell them about their problem and fix it. Hey, yes, it can help you build a capture and landing page for less than you're paying now. It can go and help you build a beautiful capture or landing page for less than you're paying now. And here's the thing. When you're sitting there and you're wondering what you do, I could also tell you exactly what to do with that capture and landing page. I could tell you exactly what to do with that. I could show you how to drive traffic to it. Have you ever heard the term drive traffic? Start where they are. Did you want leads too? Because if you build the landing or capture page with me, attach it to that ad, I can guarantee that you're going to get leads. But you see how we start where people are educated? You're doing this with me. Start where people are educated. Start where people are educated. So I would be making friends with those people, kind of checking those videos out, becoming more aware of that market. And then I would also be talking about the solopreneurs, the entrepreneurs. And if I really wanted to, there's income producing activities, and I'm going to use the couple, Mary and Dick, for example, because I've always kind of thought about having that partner in crime that I could run a business with. So it makes sense here. But if you could focus either a couple hours on and setting up your schedule with okay, I have to learn about this market, meaning going to those areas, TCP, OSP, ClickFunnels, and solving their issues. And I can do the solopreneur entrepreneur thing. There can also be time spent in talking to branding agencies, right? You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. You can't say the right thing to the wrong person. You're ready, whether you know it or not, to talk to a branding agency. You could still send them the same video. You don't need anything special. People always want to do some big, huge, special presentation for those people, but you don't need to. You honestly, like, you just got to go and do it. But I feel like, you know, there are several markets of approach that would probably be our simplest and easiest close, other than trying to convince somebody that they needed to drive traffic and create landing pages and get leads. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. So that was something that I wanted to share with you. Whether you take away, honestly, you know, whether you take away the who you're going to market to or whatever action that you take from this video is fine with me. If you're an entrepreneur at heart, you know, it's not something that I share very often. Try it for 90 days. Try keeping the book for 90 days. Just as a fun thing, where every day you write down the pet peeve and see what you can create, and see what kind of business and see what kind of ideas come out of it. It can be really fun. So that's just kind of the fun portion. But you'll see how you can apply that concept to different concepts of your life. Does anybody have any questions? Really? The silence, the whole place shut down? Okay. That was great.
All right, Cheryl. Here, Cheryl. In New Jersey speak, freaking awesome.
Sounds like me too. It does sound like me. Thank you. I appreciate it.
We love you.
We love you back. Thanks. Should have a follow-up on the... Hold on. Andre. Hi. I see you. I can't... Oh,
Hi, Cheryl.
Whoa,
I'm Kim in Connecticut.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm learning from the best because the best don't mess. Girl, you are awesome.
Thank you.
I'm at work listening to you.
Oh, is she quiet? That's fun.
You have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
Got some great takeaways, Cheryl. I'm going to hop off and get busy. Thank you so much.
Sounds good, Rick. I like it.
All right.
Have
a great day.
Andre,
Cheryl.
Hi, Mary.
Hi. Yeah, I said this before you were on earlier. This is so amazing because it's so universally applicable. You know, we drive by more business in a day than we could ever need because every business needs to reach out, whether they're a groomer or a hair salon or the network marketing companies. Amazing. Everybody's looking they want to get out of their warm market and to be able to do, you know, cold market with this. It's just, it's incredible.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I feel like warm market always puts you in a box. It's called the little box. There's a whole lesson on it in network marketing. It's called the little box. And if you don't break free from that box or reinvent or recreate yourself, you know, you'll stay in that box forever. I would always say, we're always taught to think outside of the box, aren't we? We're always think outside of the box, to grow outside of the box. However, I feel like a lot of us aren't taught to take people outside of the box we've put them in. Sometimes we put business owners or friends or family inside of boxes too that we expect them to release for us. Like, we already make a decision if that business is interested. We already make a decision if Brian is interested. We've already made a decision sometimes in our phone book if Miles is interested because we've put them in the box that we've asked people to not put us in. So I always use the big box, little box, and I have more personal story to this than most people, I feel like. So I understand the need for, or the want of wanting people sincerely to take me out of a box that I no longer live in. 4 or 5 years ago, I wasn't even close to being the same person. My past is something I really rarely speak about, and I don't think it has any application to my future, or I don't hold on to it. But I wanted to break free of that box. So I am very conscious, and I choose my words wisely here because this section means a lot to me. Very conscious of the box I try not to put myself in, right? But I also am very conscious of the box I put other people in and try to take them out. You know, I'll use Marian DeCrete as an example. You know, I know that people put them in the box for being maybe what they call a seniorpreneur, or what they're capable of, or what they think that they can do. But I'm not, you know, if Dick comes up to me and says, we're going to go hop out of a plane tomorrow, I hope I never hold back and go, oh, really? I can't see you. I never want to say I can't see you being the type of person to jump out of a plane, because if I say that, then I put you in a box, right? So I try not to put, and it's hard for me, I try not to put anybody in the box of what they're capable of or what they think of. So if I can take myself out, or if I ask of people to take me out of the box, try today, or every day. I try every day to never put somebody else in the box that I've often asked people to take me out of. It'd be there are so many exercises that you can do, so much reading that you could do. The one with the notebook here, and expanding your mind. Not the law of the lid is something that I think about often, but I know you can take away a lot of different things from this. But in reality, the idea is to grow every single day, and to not be stuck in what people might have thought of you even 5 years ago. I often say, if you knew me 5 years ago, then you probably don't know me at all. If you knew me as a teenager, well, then you definitely don't know me at all, right? So maybe if we knew, you know, maybe if somebody knew me yesterday, they still don't know me at all. I can grow every single day. But as far as I'm concerned, you know, when I look at somebody, Marian DeCrete, there's no box. If you tell me that you can do something, then I don't go, oh my gosh, are they crazy? Oh my gosh, do they think that they can do that? I'm going to go, okay, yeah, okay, you can. And just go with it. So when you're approaching people even today, when you pick up that phone or you're getting ready to talk to somebody, if you didn't want them to put you in a box, don't do it to them. Just don't. If they're capable of anything, you have no idea what decision that they'll make in your life. I'm sure that when I woke up, I literally woke up one day and decided I didn't want to be like that anymore, and I literally changed just like that. It was one day I physically woke up and made one single solitary decision. I woke up and was like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. And I'm going to change just like that. And overnight, I became my uncle. Hey, Diana. Oh, what's that? I thought she was going to do. So I think a lot of people, I left a lot of friends behind. I left the neighborhood behind. I left a lot of people and a lot of things behind in 1 minute. So people are capable of changing every single day. All right. With that being said, that's enough learning about Cheryl Coco. All right. So call to action today. There's a lot of things that you can do. Choose one. Creating the notebook, talking to somebody new, deciding to think outside of the box, making friends with people who understand, introducing in a new fashion, really leading with the landing pages and coming out on different sides, and how you're going to approach this something differently. And also you can build a landing page, build a capture page for the first time. Andres, I know you want to chat with me. Come on out.
How you doing, Coco? How's your day going?
Good. How you doing?
Good. I have a quick question when it comes to the royalty marketing. When creating affiliates, my question is, which groups or smart groups, as you said, markets do you see a higher value in? And in your opinion, which of those smart groups need royalty the most?
Okay. So in what, like, smart groups, as in, can you like redefine what you mean, like in?
So I assume that as like as businesses that would value marketing the most, what came to mind immediately was real estate, real estate companies. Yeah.
Anybody in this, so my first, or I think we offer the most to the solopreneur. So that would be your real estate, your your insurance people, your network marketers, solopreneur, because these people have to build a business from, right? Their budgets are very small, and they have to do what bigger businesses do in order to get themselves out there. So
it's a mission. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I felt that I invited you into a whole nother pitch. Right?
Well, thank you for answering my question. So you said solopreneurs, real estate, insurance, and basically anybody who is independent business owners.
Yeah, very small or independent business owners, for sure. As far as if it was a larger, then I would go for that branding company. That was a great question.
Thank you very much, Coco.
Sorry for the screech.
Hey, Cheryl, can you hear me?
Yeah, hey, Jimmy.
Hey, I'm just now getting into advertising the business side of it. I've been using it for myself with great results. So for me, I'm going after my warm business people that I know, places that I do where I get my oil change, my hairdresser, where I go, the little streetcar who has, sells the tacos.
Oh, good one.
I think those are great because they can do the 6.5 mile radius, and so that's who I'm going after, is people that I talk to every day,
right?
In business and meetups. Go to meetups, because everybody goes to meetups and chamber meetings and stuff like that, because they're all there. They're all wanting leads. That's why they're there. They're not there to have lunch and socialize, just socialize. They're there to, hey, this is what I do for a living. If you know anybody that's looking for that, here's my information. That's the whole purpose of meetup.
I know. That is fantastic, Jimmy. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, like, he's totally going for the same kind of aspect. And those people aren't really there for a chamber meeting. They're there to create connections in order to get leads for their business. Beautifully said, Jimmy. And the meetup groups, is anybody really going there? Like meetup.com, they're not going there to meet up for business meeting. They're going there to see who else would be interested in their business or who they can get the referral. We all know that's true, even though that's not the description under the meetup. So, very well said, Jimmy. And all of those businesses that you maybe visit every day, that is great. I have a taco truck. I actually live about 25 or 30 minutes from any small business. I live out in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of a thing to get away from everyone during that time. But 30-minute, so I do a lot of my shopping and stuff online. However, we all have to do something. Al, you got to go out for something. So whether that be the hairdresser or whether that be, I do know a very good taco. Now all I keep on thinking about is tacos. But I think those were great things to share, Jimmy. I appreciate it. Very well said. Thank you.
Cheryl, I have a general kind of question on advertising in general. Maybe your experience can fill it in.
Well, I was going to let anybody ask a question but Steve. I'm just kidding.
I was, there's so many big advertising markets in the U.S. and, obviously we're a powerhouse in the world for marketing, advertising, and any kind of business. Now, I've got multiple pins targeting in multiple high advertising and populated areas, obviously, where there's traffic 24 hours a day, constantly. So what are some ideas with your experience that, like 3 or 4 target markets in the U.S. That for advertising is, maybe you have some information or analytics of where that is. I haven't got a chance to look it up yet, but just some suggestions maybe for everyone.
I don't know how well this is going to go over. I'll say it anyway, because that's what I do. I saw a lot of people targeting the Super Bowl. And I thought, well, that's cool. But while all you people target the Super Bowl, I'm going to go stick my pin over Grant Cardone's 10X conference where every single business owner is at. But you can have the Super Bowl. I really don't care. Because there's 30,000 business owners sitting in Grant Cardone's 10X conference, and I'm going to put my pin right up on top of there. Right?
Agree. Way better.
There are, I mean, it depends on how crazy you want to get. You want to, there's network marketers who post where their conference is every single day.
True.
You do you, right? There's business conferences every single day. You can bet everybody promotes their conference like legit on Facebook. You probably don't even need to go search where the next conference is. But you here can go ding, oh happy day, especially if they got like, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. It don't even matter if they're having a conference in the Bahamas. You can still be like, you at the Bahamas? No problem. You in Europe? No problem. Y'all gonna be there for a week or so? No problem. Dang. Right? Thanks, Teresa.
That's what I was thinking, that at least, if it's going to be a location where people are going to be populated at least for 5 to 7 days, that's a good hit for a whole week, because they're seeing the same stuff over and over, and that's what it takes, right?
I mean, it depends on how impactful you want your stuff to be too. If I really want to hit a conference and I really want people to know me and I really want to I'm a person who will just use something to just show my face, and I don't need any more than knowing that people that were in that area saw my face. I'll need them to go to a capture page. I'll give them a hello, how you doing? Right? It's just, I'm funny like that. I have dry humor. Forgive me. I've been getting 50,000 impressions trying to be pointing at people, being like, hey, enjoy the Bahamas. Hey! I'm silly like that. But, you kind of get the idea. When we first had, the gem, I think driving traffic is fun. I'm silly. You're allowed to be silly sometimes. No, I would send a video and be like, hey, what's up? Can you believe that this thing works? My sister at the time would carry, I'd be like, my sister is in the area. Can you tap her on the shoulder? And I remember holding up a piece of paper, and my sister would be like, my sister looks like this. You see her, she probably close to you. Go tap her on. It could be fun. Why do we always take every single thing so seriously? It's so serious. I'd be like, if you're seeing this, are you visiting the Eiffel Tower? Tell me, is it really as good as they say that it is? Because I have heard that it's really it's probably smaller than it looks on camera. Is it or not? I don't know. But I'm just wondering if it looks as good as because if you're in this area, the odds are you can probably see it from here. Well, is it as big as it's supposed to look? I don't know. Fill out the information below. Tell me if that tower's big.
That's the point. Spot on. Hey, I agree. And I take that approach the same way, because you know what? You're at the end of the day, we're making relationships and we're building bonds. You know what I mean? And if it's not fun, who's going to want to talk to you or do business or even hang out or anything?
I know. We're creating a relationship. I crack my own self up. Some people don't think I think I'm funny. I have my own entertainment up in here. So I would probably be pointing it at something, asking people if they're having, is the Liberty Bell really cracked? Are you in Philly? Is it really? This is funny. We don't have to be serious about it. Maybe, most people are dead serious about their business. And I'm like, oh, that's funny right there.
For real.
Right? I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. So, where could you point it? Just for, people want to know if it works. People are like, does it work? Do you have to have a gem that points at your business? How many people you think would let you know how it was going if you pointed at the Eiffel Tower and asked them if it was really that big? Is it really that big? I'm just gonna need you to put some information here. It might be fun. Let me know. You probably get more response from that than hey, do you want to buy this or that? It's gonna be fun. Hey, Laura. So, take a little break off of all the salesness all the time, and why don't you we can have a week or 2 weeks of putting our gem in something fun. We're the 5%. Let's go be funny with something. Probably, yep.
True.
Yep. It's 12:15. I'm gonna take that last question from Andres, and we're gonna keep it moving. We good? Andres, he's good. Give me a thumbs up. All right.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. No, I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're gonna go have some fun today. Think about some of the things. Of course, I'm gonna say right in the group, inside of that post or whatever, name one thing that you learned today to help you out. And in that same post where the training is posted, I will post the recording when it's ready. Thank you guys so much for being here. Love y'all. Had a blast. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome back.